Welcome to the Digital Moneta channel. Today we will be taking a look at the performance of our Apex trading bot that we set up just over 6.5 days ago. So let's get to it. Now the first thing to note is we actually ran this bot in test mode for the entire period. Since we were new to this bot and their software, we wanted to actually give it a true test before we risked any actual funds. And so far it has proven to be profitable. We've actually had 53 trades, 36 winners, 17 losers, and we've actually accumulated more Bitcoin than we've actually lost. So that's the ultimate goal. So overall, we are pretty happy with that performance. And if we take a look at some of the positions that we held during the test, we actually noticed a couple coins we would not normally want within our system. Now when we set this up, we selected all available coins on the Binance exchange trading with a BTC pair. And we didn't blacklist any, which is a feature that we could actually use, and we certainly would have blacklisted a few of these, including the Binance token. It does not really trade well with our strategy. We are well aware of that. In addition to the Litecoin, XRP, and Ether, none of these really trade well within our strategy. And we can see with Litecoin, we've been holding it for 6 days. XRP, we've been holding for 4 days. Now, something to note on XRP, which is strange, we should be out of this position by now. We actually have a 2.5% stop loss that has been active the entire time, and for whatever reason this did not actually stop us out, and we'll have to dive into that a little more. But you can see some of the other tokens did actually achieve that stop loss and we were stopped out. So I'm not sure why XRP did not actually trigger that stop loss. Now to see some of our settings, we'll basically jump over to the setting tab, and you can see we're in test mode. We could go to live mode, which we will probably be doing later this week. And the name of our bot, it was simple RSI and Bollinger Bands. Those are the two indicators we actually use. The base currency we're using is BTC. We do have a few options over on the Binance exchange. The total BTC allocation again was at 0.1, which is about $650. And so our position allocation is approximately 10% of this allocated amount, which equates to our BTC minimum order amount, which is 0.01. Maximum number of open positions we have set at 50. Total number of open positions per symbol or per coin is 1. We only want to be in one position per coin at a time. And then of course our API keys are loaded in there. And now as we scroll down, we can actually select what coins, and we actually selected all 150 coins. Now we want to actually blacklist some of these coins, and for example Ether, we want to blacklist Litecoin, Ripple, XRP, the Binance token. And then Binance recently announced they're going to delist 4 tokens. So you would also want to always stay on top of that, as when those tokens are generally mentioned as being delisted, you will see a drop in their value. So we're going to go ahead and add those 4 tokens that Binance mentioned they are going to be delisting to our blacklist. We don't want to be stuck in a token or a position that is actually being removed from the exchange. So now that we've got a few of these in the blacklist, there'll be more. We actually prefer to do a little bit of technical analysis on all of our coins. We would never really let this run live with all the coins on an exchange. We would actually do a little bit of technical analysis to see if that coin actually will perform well with our strategy. And so with that, those are the basic settings. We'll go ahead and hit save. And so now we've got those coins in the blacklist area, and all the other coins will still be available for this bot to run. And so next we'll go ahead and take a look at our strategy so we can actually see how our strategy is set up. So again, strategy is name, description. We're just using standard candles. You have some options there. We're in a bearish market, but if it were to change sideways or bullish, we could certainly change that. But we are currently in a bearish market, so we're going to go ahead and leave this configuration as a bearish market. And then the buy type we have set up as a trailing buy, so we actually want it to continue down and then retrace back up before we get in, see some positive movement up. And it's going to be targeted on price. The length of time an order should be open is 9. Market is our order type. We don't go for a limit, and we do actually require a 15-minute cool down period once we've bought a coin or have tried to buy the coin. And then on partial fills, there is an evolve time of 9 minutes before that will actually sell, hopefully adding to our position before it actually sells off the position. On sell type, we're looking at a trailing sell of 2.49% is when it will arm, and following it up until it retraces back 0.25%, and at that time closing the position. And then again, we have a stop loss. Always encourage you to have a stop loss of 2.49%. And then this disable symbol is similar to a cool down period of 15 minutes. And then our two indicators, we require for a buying consensus 2, both of our indicators to be met. The first one is Bollinger Bands, and yes, it is required. We run 30-minute candles with a time period of 20. Deviation is 2.5. And then the moving average is a smooth moving average. And once it crosses below the Bollinger Band, that would trigger at least one of our indicators. And then the next is RSI. Again, required 30-minute candles. We go with a oversold threshold of 20 rather than the traditional 30. A time period of 7 rather than the traditional 14. And again, it's got to cross below that. And so that is basically all of our settings for our actual strategy that our bot is going to run off of. And so if we jump back over to the bot, we can actually look over at our indicators. And at this moment, we don't have any indicators being met, therefore we don't have any. Well, there we go. Just as soon as I say that, Zcash, one of our indicators have been met, which is RSI. And if we could get the Bollinger Bands to fall in there, we might actually pick up some Zcash. And so again, we just wanted to do a quick update for everybody who had seen our original setup video of this Apex trading bot. So far, we are happy with the performance. And so I think we'll go ahead and wrap up this video at this point. If you liked the video, do us a favor and spike us a like. Also, if you haven't already, please be sure to subscribe to the channel. Till next time, lock in those profits, and we'll see you in the next video.